Hello student, you are going to learn profit and loss with JP sir. So before we start profit and loss, there are four formulas that you need to be thorough student. Okay student, so you need to learn this formula. The four formulas, if you learn it, you are easily going to do the chapter that is profit and loss. If you see student, the first formula is for gain. When you are going to get gain student, when the selling price is greater than the cost price, you can write down when the selling price, that is SP, is greater than cost price, that is CP. So you can see selling price minus cost price will give you the gain amount. Yes, so this is the first formula, that gain amount is equal to selling price minus cost price, where selling price is greater than the cost price student. You need to remember this part. So at the same time, you have to find a gain percent with respect to this given value. So what is gain percent student? Gain upon CP, that is cost price, into 100. You will get the answer in percentage. So this was the formula in case of gain. Now let us going to learn the formula in case of loss. Now student, if you have been observing the formula for loss, it is CP minus SP, cost price minus selling price. That means if you get a loss, that means your cost price will be greater than the selling price. Okay, your cost price will be greater than the selling price. Therefore, we will say loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. So you will come to know student, how you will come to know whether it's a gain or loss. You have to compare cost price with selling price. If the cost price is greater than the selling price, you are going to say we are going to have a loss. Okay, if the cost price is lesser than the selling price, that means the selling price is greater than the cost price, that means we are going to have a gain. Okay, so this is how it works. So you just need to compare the cost price with selling price every time when you go for the sums. And what is the formula for loss percent student? Same thing as in gain, loss upon CP into 100, and your answer will be in term of percentage. Now student, if you look at the third formula, this formula is when the question has been asked to you, find out the selling price. What is the question? Find out the selling price. So here I have written, to find selling price, what should be given? You should be given at least cost price, gain or loss percentage. Then you are applicable for using this formula student. So if in case you have been given cost price and gain percentage, so you will say selling, you can easily find out the selling price while substituting the value of gain percent and cost price student. Same thing in case of loss has been given to you and CP has been given, so you are going to use the second formula. So it depends upon the question student what has been given to you. If CP and gain percent has been given and you have to find out the SP, so this is the first formula. If CP is given and the loss percent has been given to you, this is the formula to find out the SP, that is selling price student. Now student, the final formula of this chapter, that is profit and loss, to find CP. See, if you want to find out this cost price, so what is the condition? You should be given selling price and gain or percent. Let's say you want to find out the cost price and you have been given selling price and gain percent. So put the value in this formula and get the answers. Okay. If in case you have been given the selling price and you have been given the loss percent, whereas you can see student in the second formula, you have been given the loss percent and selling price, so that you can easily find out the cost price, that is CP. So what is the formula for CP in case of loss and SP? 100 upon 100 minus loss percent into SP. Okay, so you need to remember these four formulas if you want to solve profit and loss. We have already discussed about the four formulas. Now let us start with few questions related to the profit and loss. Okay, student, if you read the question, Ayush bought a bicycle for rupees 6,250. Okay, so that will be a cost price. Okay, bought means that is the cost price, that is CP, and had to sell it for rupees 5,875. That means that is the selling price, which means it's a SP. They are saying find his loss and loss percent. Obviously student, if you see the selling price is less than the cost price, therefore we will consider that it is a loss. So let us start with the sums. What is given to you student? CP is equal to 6250 rupees, right? Whereas SP is also given 5875 rupees, right student? So we know that selling price is less than CP, therefore loss is equal to CP minus SP. That means 6250 minus 5875. So student, if you look, after subtracting, you are getting 375 rupees as a loss amount. So you write down student, 375 rupees is a loss amount. So now student, it is very easy to find loss percent. What is the formula for the loss percent student? Loss amount upon CP, that is cost price, into 100. And your answer will be in percent. Right student? So let us solve this. Loss amount is 375 and the CP amount is 6250 multiplied by 100. So student, 0 cancel from the numerator, 0 cancel from the denominator at the same time. Now student, you know very well that both the numerator and denominator are divisible by 5 because the last digit is 5. Therefore, we can say that 7 5s are 35, right? 5 7s are 35. But 2 is pending from this. So that means you will consider this as 25. Yes. So 5 5s are 25. This get cancelled. Same thing here. 5 goes one time in 6, but 1 is pending. So it will make the next number 12. So 5 2s are 10. But 2 is pending, that's why it will become 25. So 5 5s are 25. This is how we're gonna cancel the denominator. Again student, if you see they both are divisible by 5, yes. So let us move one more time. 5 1s are 5, but 2 is pending, so this will become 25. So that's why 5 5s are 25. Okay student, now 5 zeros are 0. That means 1 is pending. I gave 1 to this 2, so it will become 12. That means 5 2s are 10. But 2 is pending again, so 25. So 5 5s are 25. This is how we cancel the denominator. Now, again, if you see student, 15 comes in 5 table, 25 also. 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are. Right student? Now, 5 1s are, 5 2s are. That means, what is the pending part? This 3 is a numerator part, this 2 is a numerator part. So 3 2s are 6. So you are going to say 6% is my loss percent. You can write here 6% is my loss percent. Now student, let us do few more examples. If you see, a man bought a refrigerator for rupees 35,615 and paid rupees 125 on a transportation. Okay, he sold it for 33,953. Find his gain or loss percent. Okay student, now let us write down the given data first. Student, if you see from the given question, the CP of refrigerator is 35,615, whereas CP of transportation is 125. That means you can say the total CP. You can find out the total CP. Yeah. So the total CP will be how much? Just add it. 1 carry here. 4, 7, 5. So this will be the total CP of the given question. Okay, then you have the SP also. What is the SP? The SP is 33,953 rupees. If you see, again, selling price is less than the cost price, where cost price is greater than the selling price. Therefore, we can say that we are going to get a loss. Okay, we are going to get a loss. Therefore, we know very well that loss is equal to CP minus SP. Right, student? So now, student, let us subtract SP from CP. So you will say 1 carry from here, this will become 3, this will be 10, right? So 7. Again take a carry, this will be 6, this will be 30. So this will become 8. Again carry, this will become 4, this will be 16. That means 7. Okay. Again 4 minus 3 is 1 and this is 0. That means the loss amount is how much? 1787 rupees. And you know very well, student, how to find out the loss percentage. You write down the formula. Loss percent is equal to loss upon CP into 100, student, and the answer will be in percentage. Right, student? So let us substitute the value. So loss amount is 1787 upon, what is the CP? 35740 multiply by 100. Right, student? Now how to make a cancellation part of this? 1 0 cancel from the numerator, 1 from the denominator. Right, student? Now, student, you might be thinking, how should we cancel this? So better way, just write down, this goes 5 2s are, okay, 5 2s are, whereas this also comes in 2 table. Yes, so you will say 2 1s are, but this will become 15 now, right? So 2 7s are 14, but again 1 is pending, so 17, right? So 2 8s are 16, again 1 is pending, this will become 14. That means 2 7s are 14. This is how we gonna cancel this. Yeah. Now, student, we can say that 1787 can be cancelled one time in the numerator, at the same time one time in the denominator. That means our final answer can be 5%. Yes. So the loss amount, the loss percent is how much? 5%. So student, please read the next question. By selling a chair for rupees 1410, a carpenter suffer a loss of 90 rupees. What is the given data? Straight away you have been given the selling price, that is 1410 rupees. Right, student? And at the same time you have been given the loss amount also, that is 90 rupees. And you know very well, student, there is one formula. Loss is equal to CP minus SP. Right, student? You have been given the loss, substitute the value. You don't have a CP, so write down CP as it is, but you have a SP, that is how much? 1410 rupees. Now you can make CP as your subject. That means you have to send this over the left hand side. Yes. So you gonna say 90 plus 1410 is equal to CP. Yes. That is why we can say 90 plus 1410 is equal to 1500. Yes. So our CP value is how much? 1500 rupees. Okay, student, this is 1500 rupees, the CP value. This is how we find out the CP. You know very well, student, if we want to find out the loss percent, we require a formula, that is loss percent is equal to loss upon CP into 100, student, and your answer will be in percent. Right, student? Now you come to know that that is the reason I find out the CP, because I have already loss value has been given, but I don't have a CP, so I need to find out the CP if I want to find out the loss percent, student. Right, student? So let us substitute the value. What is the amount loss? 90 rupees. And what is CP? 1500, that is 1500 multiply by 100, student. Okay, 20 cancel in the numerator, 20 in the denominator, student. And you know very well, student, 5 3s are 15. Okay, whereas this 5 goes one time, but 40. So 5 8s are 40. Okay student, so this is how we can cancel 90 also. Now 3 ones are student, 3 6 are. That means 6% is the loss percentage. Okay student, this is how we gonna solve this question. Now student, the next question. Lemons are bought at the rate of 3 for rupees 4. 3 lemons cost rupees 4 student. Bought means what? Cost price, right student? But the cost price is for 3 lemons, right? So we will write down the given data. CP of 3 lemon is equal to 4 rupees student. Yes, but we want the CP of 1 lemon student. So what will be the CP of 1 lemon? 1 lemon, it will be 4 divided by 3. Okay student, you have to divide 4 by 3 so that you can get the value of 1 lemon. Okay, so obviously decimal will be the answer, right? So fine, let's keep it in the fraction. But you also given the gain percent student. The gain percent has been given to you, that is 20%. Okay student, you might be observed that what is the question, at what rate must they be sold to gain 20%. So you need to require the selling price. When they say rate means per whatever, per value. See, right now they are talking about lemons, so per lemon what will be the selling price they are asking you, right? See, the way we have written, cost price of 3 lemon is 4 rupees, but the rate will be what? For 1 lemon, 4 by 3. So this is the rate. Rate means what? Per value, whatever the things are there, per value, right? So per lemon is equal to 4 by 3 rupees. So gain is given to you. So what you need to find it? SP. So what is the formula to SP when gain is given and you have CP? So you will write down that formula first. The formula for SP when gain is given and CP, it will be 100 plus gain percent upon 100, okay, the whole bracket multiply by CP. Student, I already told you in the beginning of the video that you need to remember 4 formulas. Once you remember those 4 formulas, you can smoothly go through this chapter, student. Otherwise, there will be a lots of difficulty in this chapter. But if you know that 4 formulas, you are smoothly going to do this chapter, student. So let us substitute the value now. So you have 100, okay, and you have a gain percent, how much? 20%. So you will write down 20, okay, upon 100. What is the CP you got? That is 4 by 3. Okay student, now you know very well, when you simplify this fraction, it is 120 by 100. It is 120 by 100 and 4 by 3. Now student, you know very well, 3 ones are in the denominator, 3 fours are 12, whereas 3 zeros are 0. Same thing here, 4 ones are student and 4 25s are 100, right? Now you know very well both are divisible by 5, that is 5 5s are, okay, and 8 5s are. That means your final simplified value will be 8 by 5. Okay, so you have to sell the lemon. This is what the answer. You will write a statement that the selling price of one lemon is equal to 8 by 5 rupees. That means if you want to sell the 5 lemon, so what are we going to do? We will say selling price of 5 lemons is equal to 8 rupees, dear. Yes. So we can sell that 5 lemons for 8 rupees. This is how we gonna solve this type of challenging question. They are not yet challenging question. You just need to remember those formulas. Now student, let us come to the next question. The cost price of 12 oranges is equal to the selling price of 15 oranges, but you don't know what is the cost price or what is the selling price, right? They are equal. So we will say, we'll write down CP of 12 oranges is equal to SP of 15 oranges will be equal to X. We can say, let X, because we don't know the final exact value, right, student? Now, but we can say that CP of one orange is equal to X by 12, student. Yes, now we'll send this 12 here, so it will become X by 12. Same thing, it is applicable for SP also. Yes, so we'll say selling price of one orange is equal to X by 15, student. We are going to send this 15 here, so it will become X by 15. Now, student, what we need to do is, they are saying find a loss percent. If student, if we know, how do we conclude that we have a loss? When the selling price is less than the CP, right? If you see CP denominator, it's in fraction. How do we conclude that whether which one is the bigger, which one is the smaller? Whenever the denominator, when you compare the two fraction where the denominator is smaller than the other's denominator fraction value, we can say that fraction value is bigger. So your X by 12 is bigger. That means your CP is bigger. Therefore, we can conclude that we are going to have a loss. Therefore, loss is equal to CP minus SP, student. What is the value of CP? We will say CP is equal to X by 12 and SP is equal to X by 15. Now, what is the LCM between 12 and 15, student? The LCM between 12 and 15 is 60. Either you can do the rough working, but I know that 12 5s is 60. Multiply by 5 and balance. You have balance the numerator with denominator. Okay. 15 4s are 60. Right, student? So you have to multiply 4 in the numerator also. Now it is balanced, student. And now you can see the given fraction is a like fraction. What do you mean by like fraction? Where the denominators are same. Right, student? If you see these two fractions are not like. Why? Because the denominators are not same. That means we need to remove the LCM of both the fraction value to make the denominator same. So now it's okay. So the LCM was 60. So we made it. Now we know that it will become x into 5, 5x, and this will become 4 into x, 4x. And you know, student, when the denominators are same, we take a common value, that is 60. Now, student, 5 minus 4 is 1. Therefore, 1x. We are going to say it is, the loss is x by 60. Okay, student, so this is the loss. Now, we can easily find out the loss percent, student. Yes, we will now try to find out the loss percent. So here we go, student. What is the formula for loss percent? It's simple. Loss percent is equal to loss upon CP into 100, and your answer will be in percentage. Right, student? So let us do, loss is how much? X by 60, student. Okay, upon CP is how much? X by 12 multiply by 100. Now, student, I just want you to show you one basic formula. I'll write down here. N1 upon D1. What do you mean by that? You know, whenever we have a fraction, we have a numerator and denominator. So this is the first fraction. So what is the second fraction? You will say N2 upon D2. Whenever we are dividing the first fraction with the second fraction, so we can say that N1 into D2, right here? Yes. And we will say D1 into N2. So that's what concept we are going to apply here. So we will say n1 that is x into d2 that is 12, right? Same thing here, 60 that is d1 multiply by n2. Where is n2? This x multiply by 100 student. Okay student, now if you see x get cancelled in the numerator by 1, same by denominator 1. Now student, you know 12 ones are 12 5s are 60, but you can cancel this 100 because 100 is your numerator and 5 is the denominator. That means 5 ones are 5 twos are, that means 5 zeros are, that means 20% is my loss percent for this question. Okay student, I hope you understood this question very well student. Now student, let us move to the next question. John sold his TV set for rupees 14,100. Sold means what? Selling price. So student, write down selling price is given to you 14,100 rupees. Okay. At the same time student, you have been given the lossing percent, that is loss percent is equal to 6%, and they say for how much did he purchase it, that means that is CP, that is cost price. We need to find cost price student. Now you know very well student what is the formula for CP in case where SP and loss is given. Now student, if you look, CP is equal to 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP. This is the formula. When you have been given SP and loss percent, you can easily find out the CP. Student, once again I tell you, please thorough the 4 formulas. You can smoothly work on this chapter. Now student, let us solve this. Now student, substitute the value, that is 100 upon 100. What is the loss percent student? 6. Okay, and the selling price is how much? 14,100. Let us simplify this. You get 100 upon 94 into 1400, right student? Now we can simplify this value much more. We can write down 14,100 multiplied by 1 will be this, but we have 2 more zeros, so add 2 more zeros. So this will be the final fraction value, right student? Now let us simplify. Both are divisible by 2. Yes. Why? Because the last number is 0 or 4, that is even. So 4 2s are 8, but 1 is here 14, so 4 7s are, right? This goes into a 2 table, that is 47 2s are 90. But you know 14 goes 2 7s are 14, but 2 cannot goes in 1, so you will say 2 zeros are, but it will become 10. So 2 5s are 10, 2 zeros are 2 zeros are 2 zeros are. This is how we gonna cancel. Now how can we solve this student? We can either do a simple division. We are going to do a simple division. That is 705 3 times 0. Okay, 47. If you see student, 47 goes 1 time in 70. So just do it. You will get 23. Bring this 5 down. Student, you should understand that 47 tens is 470. What is half of 470? 235. That means 47 5s is 235 student. If you are not sure, just multiply 47 5s, you will get it. Or you try 47 4s, 47 6s, you try. Either you can go by this. So you get 0 when you subtract. Bring 1 0 all. Then go 47 zeros. Again bring the other 0. 47 zeros. Again bring the last 0. Now you can stop. 47 zeros. Student, that means you got 15,000 as the answer when you simplify this. So that means 15,000 is my cost price student. 15,000 rupees is my cost price. So for this amount he has purchased. He has purchased for 15,000. Therefore, he received a 6% of loss. Now the next question is very interesting one. The most interesting question of this whole chapter, profit and loss. Okay student, before I start, I just tell you it will be solved in two cases. Okay, just let us read the question. Kamal sold two scooters for rupees 19,800 each. That means every time the sale price, there were two scooters, right? For the first scooter the selling price was 19,800 only, and for the second scooter also the selling price was 19,800. But in the first scooter there was gain of 10% on one, and the second scooter there was a loss of 10%, right? So obviously there will be a fluctuation in cost price, therefore we are getting a gain of 10% and therefore we are getting loss of 10%, right? But selling price is same for both the time. Okay, for both the scooters the selling price are same. That means what are we gonna do? We'll go one by one. So first scooter, we'll write down first scooter. Okay, the SP is how much? 19,800 rupees, and the gain amount is how much? Sorry, gain percent is equal to 10%, student. So we can find CP. What is the formula for CP? Where gain percent is given and SP is given, you will say CP is equal to 100 upon 100 plus gain percent into SP. So this is the formula, student. Okay, so let us find the CP for the first scooter. Okay students, now 100 upon 100 plus gain is how much? 10. And what is the SP? 19800. So that means student, we can cancel 1 0 from the denominator and 1 from the numerator. Now student, let us make it one numerator. There are two numerators, student, right? So 1980 multiplied by 1 will be this value. We have two more zeros. Just add two more zeros. Now 11. Now student, what is the divisibility rule for 11? The sum of odd digit should be equal to sum of even digit. See, 1 plus 8 is 9. That is the odd digit, right? And even digit is 9, right? Rest are 0. So they are equal. So we can say they are divisible by 11. So 11 ones are, student. 11 ones are in 19. But 8 is pending. So it will become 88. So 11 8s are 88. Right, student? Now 11 zeros are. Again 11 zeros are. Again 11 zeros. So what is the CP, student? The CP is 18,000 for the first scooter. Okay. But we need to find the CP for the second case also, no? Second scooter. So let us move with the second. So what is the case for second one? For second scooter, if you see, this SP is same. The SP is 19,800 rupees, right student? Whereas there is a loss of 10%, right? So loss percent, see, the second case is what? For loss. So therefore there will be a changes in the formula for finding CP. Yes. So we will say now CP is equal to 100 by 100 minus loss percent, okay, into SP. That means we will say 100 upon 100 minus of 10, close the bracket, into 1980, that is the selling price. Now when we simplify, we'll get 100 upon 90 student, yes, then multiply by 1980. Now student, 10 cancel from the numerator, 1 from the denominator. That means the simplified, you will multiply with this numerator, yeah. So 1980 multiplied by 1 is same value, you have 2 more zeros, so add 2 more 0, divide by 9. If you student, if you look, the denominator is divisible by 9. Now let us check whether numerator is divisible by 9. See, sum of digit is 18. So 18 comes in the 9 table, right? So we will say 9 ones are, 9 twos are 18, but 1 is pending. Again you will say 9 twos are 18, right? Then 9 zeros are 0. That means this is how we gonna cancel. So what is the CP in case of second scooter? We will say the CP in second case is equal to 22,000 student. Now if you see, what was the question, student? The question was, find his gain or loss percent on the whole transaction, student. That means for whole transaction you require total CP and total SP. Yes, so student, let us find out the total CP and total SP. So student, you will say now total CP. So the total CP you are going to say, student, the first CP is 18,000 and the second CP is 22,000, right? That means the total CP will be 40,000, student. Yeah, 40,000. 18 plus 22 is 40 and adds all the zeros. Okay, this is how we do the calculation. Now what about total SP? For total SP, you know, every time the SP is same, so we are using SP 2 times. So we will say 2 into 19800. So you will get 39,600 student. This is the CP. And now why we are finding out total CP, total SP? Because we know here the selling price is less than the CP, right? That means we will get a loss. Yeah, obviously we will get a loss. So let us see the loss amount is CP minus SP, student. And you know, if we add 400, this will become 40,000. That means when we subtract 40,000 with this, we will get 400. So just write down, student, 40,000 minus 39,600 will gives you 400. So 400 is a loss amount, student. Therefore, we can easily find out the loss percent in overall transaction. Yes. So write down the formula, student. So loss percent is equal to loss upon CP into 100, student, and your answer will be in percent, right? So let us solve. Loss amount is 400. What is the CP? CP is a 40,000, student, right? And multiply by 100. So 2 0 get cancelled from the numerator, 2 0 from the denominator. Again 2 0 from the numerator, 2 0 from the denominator. 4 ones are from the numerator, 4 ones are from the denominator. That means we are going to face 1% loss in overall transaction. Yes. So the loss percent is how much? 1%. So we are going to face a loss of 1%, students. So student, I hope you understand the questions very well. So for more videos, like, share and subscribe the channel.